a card and say, okay, I'm going to focus on this. When things get fuck nuts in the office, I am going to remember the message of whatever particular card this is that I pulled. And so that was my intention.
And I think you did it phenomenally. I'm going to read actually an excerpt if you're okay with that.
I'm fine. Yeah, yeah.
I think folks want to, you know, sort of, I want to, because I'm enjoying reading it and connecting it. And folks, just so you know how I've been kind of hanging out with this book is I've been pulling my card of the day, and then I've looked at your book. I've read the excerpt from your book. So today,
Wow.
my card was the Six of Swords, which we all
Ooh.
know. And so I'm going to read an excerpt, okay,
Okay.
friend?
Mm-hmm.
Six of Swords. Your neighborhood is your lifeblood. The people, the spirit of community, and the history are all part of your DNA, or at least they were. The neighborhood is changing. It's losing its soul to gentrification. Gone is the local grocers, one of the few places in walking distance where you could get fresh fruits and vegetables. In its place is an extremely hip and expensive coffee shop. The people who lived there when you were growing up, mostly low to middle income folks who worked hard for what they had, have moved away or died. Their once affordable flats have been transformed into living spaces pulled straight from magazine spreads or styled social media posts. You return to your childhood home after your parents passed away because you wanted to bring back what you've learned during your travels and use it to help your neighbors. But the neighbors you once knew are gone, and no one wants your help. Perhaps it's time to move on. And then Rashunda goes to the meaning of the card, like a more traditional meaning of the card. But I want to read your journal prompts because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, I mean, it's all amazing. Your journal prompts are where it's at. Anyone who
Mm-hmm.
knows that I love a good journal prompt, and
Mm-hmm.
are some next level journal prompts. Well, first I want to like pin, like, I don't know if there's a tarot book out there that talks about gentrification, that talks about microaggressions, that talks about a long-term relationship getting stale and how you want to spice it up. Like, I don't really think that I mean, maybe there is. Again, I don't read that many tarot books, to be completely honest with you, but I just want to give you some props for really weaving in very present, very modern, you know, interpretations and snapshots of people's lives that really just about anyone can relate to. I just want to like, I love the vignettes like these that weave
Mm-hmm.
all through, because it's like these little scenes in a movie that everyone can kind of relate to, right? So let's move on to the journal prompts, because I love these for today. I was like, oh, I need to meditate on these.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So here are the journal prompts for the Six of Swords, and every card has these, which are great. What are you clinging onto that is no longer relevant or appropriate in your current situation? Write down the first thing that comes up when you consider this question. It could be a physical thing, or it could be a belief or way of doing things. Instead of continuing to try and make it work, what comes up for you when you consider simply putting it down and moving on? That one was scary for me when I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's kind of scary. Journal about any feelings that are present or ideas that arise to fill the space this creates. Now, this one I loved, this second journal prompt. Bring to mind an image of yourself 10 years ago. What were your chief concerns at this time in your life? What brought you joy and what caused stress? And what do you know now about yourself and about life in general that you have learned in the years since? Write down any observations that come up. How could you benefit from this long view perspective in your current situation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so these are
Yeah.
right, right.
These are wonderful. Let me also give credit to Ruby too for weaving these through or whatever. So it was a team effort, but I need to say that, yeah, the journal prompts are one of the ways that you can work with this book. I mean, there are actually three ways. There are three ways. We've got the vignettes, So if you want to get to the card or learn the card through the vignette, the modern day vignette, you've got that. We also have like the actual meaning of the card. If you're like, I just need to know what this means. Or the journal prompts. That's what you're talking about. The journal prompts are the ones that I sit with, and that's where it all comes out. That's the numinous part. That's where the numinous part of this comes in. So they make you think. They really make you think. And this is how you can use this book for your card of the day. If you just pull it and you say, I don't know what this means, go to the journal prompts. And it's going to pull out what the card means for you.